Hello everyone, welcome to What If Deadpool Joined Issei and Team in Highschool DxD movie. Before we start, please go support Toby2600 for writing that awesome fanfic. This is the translated version I made. There will be some mistake in character's gender, but of course Deadpool and Issei is a male. In this story we will see the mouthy mercenary Deadpool in the world of Highschool DxD spreading his madness across all factions. Chapter 1. The mercenary appears. We find ourselves in a warehouse where we can see several men at a table with two briefcases. One of them is full of money, and the other full of brugs. Man 1. Okay, here's the money, so I hope the brugs are of the promised quality, he said while one of his bodyguards showed the briefcase full of money. Man 2. Of course, I only sell quality merchandise, he answered while another bodyguard showed another briefcase with the brugs. Suddenly, when no one expected it, a car breaks through the wall of the warehouse, from which a man in a red and black suit emerges with two pistols on his waist and two katanas on his back. Good afternoon, gentlemen. I regret to inform you that due to life issues the deal is cancelled. Now hand over the money and the brugs, and perhaps with many pleas on your part one will not eliminate you all, said the man while walking towards them. Man 1/Man 2. Attack! They shouted at the same time as the bodyguards pulled out their guns and started shooting. Okay guys, I'm Deadpool. Maybe you knew that since the narrator said red and black suit. But anyway, you're wondering what I'm doing in the world of DxD. Well, I'm here thanks to the crazy imagination of the one who's writing this. Now excuse me, I'm about to finish off these idiots. Deadpool ran and jumped over the table as he grabbed the briefcases and threw two grenades in their place as he landed on his feet and ran out of the warehouse. Deadpool! The warehouse exploded and Deadpool took the keys to a motorcycle and got on it. Well, now I have money and brugs for a month, he thought as he started the motorcycle and drove away from the now destroyed place. In the Underworld, we see a woman and a man. The man had blood-red hair and was wearing armor. He was sitting in a chair next to his desk. The woman had white hair and was wearing a maid outfit. She was standing behind the man. Man. Grafia, I need you to find someone who can protect Rias. Grafia. Sarcasm, why does he want to hire someone to take care of Rias? From what I understand, Rias is capable of taking care of herself. Sarcasm. I know very well that she is capable of protecting herself, but lately the fallen angels have been moving and I have a feeling that Rias is going to need all the help she can get. Grafia. Grafia puts a folder on the desktop. In that case, I think I have the right person. Sarcasm reads the papers. No, he's a madman. And he can't be trusted, he shouted angrily. Grafia. He can be trusted as long as we pay him well, and he may be crazy, but he is the most suitable. Sarcasm. Explain, the last time we hired him, he caused us a huge problem with the yokai faction. Grafia. He is the most suitable because he is not affiliated with any of the factions, and none of them are willing to have to deal with him. Sarcasm. But he hated him, he's an idiot who only seeks his own benefit. Grafia. There's another reason why he's the one. Sarcasm. So, what is it? Grafia. I already hired him and he's coming here. Sarcasm. What? What do you mean you already hired him? At that moment something came through the window and hid in the darkness of the office. Sarcasm. Who are you? With a serious and imposing tone. I'm Batman. Sarcasm. What? Deadpool. I'm just kidding, it's me, my soulmate. Sarcasm. Deadpool! He shouted angrily. Deadpool. Sarcasm! I shouted with happiness. Deadpool ran towards Sarcasm with his arms open to hug him, but Sarcasm greeted him with a punch to the face. Sarcasm. Deadpool! How many times have I told you that we are not friends? Deadpool gets up from the floor as if nothing had happened. Friend, you keep getting angry about the little problem with the fox-human faction. Sarcasm. They're called yokai and it wasn't a small problem. You almost caused a war. Deadpool. How was I supposed to know that the big-breasted fox woman whose butt I touched was the leader of the yokai faction? Well, guys, you might be wondering how touching a woman's butt can cause a war. But I'll just tell you that when you touch a hexy woman's butt, don't assume that your best friend is the king of hell. Surzek. Anyway, we called you because we want you to take care of Rias. Deadpool. You mean your hot sister? Surzek. Forget it, Grafia. I'm not leaving my sister in the care of this idiot. Grafia. Surzek-sama, please stay calm and remember that I already paid you. Surzek. What? Why did you pay him? Grafia, sigh. Surzek-sama can go rest, I'll fix this. Surzek gets up from his chair and walks towards the exit. Just because I can't stand to see him one more second. Deadpool. My friend, you hurt my feelings, he said while pretending to cry. Surzek. Idiot! He shouted before leaving the aircraft, slamming the door. Grafia. Well, Mr. Deadpool, your job is to take care of Rias Gremory, Surzek's sister, one of the Mao of the Underworld. Deadpool. And what do I win? Grafia. Apart from a large sum of money, we also offer to give you back your old face. Deadpool. Ha ha ha, what a good joke, he said while falling out of his chair from laughter. Grafia. It's no joke, we can give him his face back, or at least temporarily. Deadpool. What do you mean, cutie? Grafia. Grafia took a bracelet with strange seals from a desk drawer. This bracelet has demonic magic that forces the cells of a body to rejuvenate. Usually it would kill its wearer, but thanks to its regenerative factor, this bracelet will heal his wounds without killing him. But remember that it only works while he is wearing it. Deadpool. It's on the desk while he was trying to take the gimme bracelet. Grafia. First tell me if you will accept the job. Deadpool. Accept! I scream without bacillarity. Grafia throws the bracelet to Deadpool and he catches it in the air. Deadpool, my precious, he said, kneeling on the floor in a sinister tone. Grafia. Okay, Mr. Deadpool, we will give you new weapons that are capable of hurting and killing supernatural beings. After that you will go to the city of Kyo. In the city of Kyo. More specifically at Kyo Academy, a perverted boy named Issei is spying on the girls of the Kendo Club from the rooftop with binoculars when they were changing. Issei. Wow, I'm so lucky to be able to see this spectacle. It's a good thing I came up with this new way of spying, so I'm not in danger of being hit, he said in a low voice with a perverted tone. Deadpool. If you're right, we are so lucky, he said in a perverted voice while he was kneeling next to Issei with a telescope. Issei turned to see the stranger in a red and black suit. AAA! Who are you? He shouted, scared. Deadpool. Shut up, they'll hear us, he said while covering her mouth. Issei. Yes, but who are you? Deja while putting away her binoculars. Deadpool. I'm the big-mouthed mercenary Deadpool, he said while putting on black glasses. Issei. Okay. Deadpool. Oh, by the way, perverted boy, do you know where the occult club is? Issei. My name is Issei and the occult club is in the building behind the academy. Deadpool. Oh, thanks, pervert, now if you allow me I have to go, he said as he jumped off the building. Issei. Wait, you bucking madman! He screamed, but when he looked down, he was no longer there. Issei. What? He disappeared. Outside the occult club. Deadpool walked calmly while putting on the bracelet that Grafia gave him. Deadpool. Great, the bracelet works and I think I've shut up that pervert for good. What are you saying? Deadpool entered the building until he went up and was outside the door. Deadpool. Very well, Deadpool, please accept the first impression is the most important. Deadpool kicks the door and enters doing a reverse flip. Deadpool. To run! Wait, there's nobody here. Or does that mean I made that cool entrance for nothing? Or well, I guess I'll explore the place. Rias and Akeno had just had a meeting with Sona Citri, the student council president, and were heading to the occult club, but were surprised when they entered because the first thing they saw was a guy in a red and black suit sitting on an armchair with reading glasses on top of his mask, with his leg crossed reading Rias's diary. Rias. Who are you? And what are you doing with my diary? She shouted as she began to create a magic circle. Deadpool. My name is Deadpool and I'm reading this book about a masochist named Rias Gremory, or so it says on the cover. Rias couldn't bear the shame any longer and fired a ray of destruction, destroying the chair and the guy who was sitting on it. Rias. Or what have I done? Demons are not supposed to kill humans. Akeno. Rias, calm down, you're very upset. She tried to calm her master and friend. Rias. I can't. When my brother finds out, he'll send me back to the underworld and I won't be allowed to come back. She screamed desperately. Suddenly, they could see the same man with the red suit destroyed except for the mask and part of his suit getting up as if nothing had happened. Deadpool. Oh my God, that was my Sunday suit! He shouted. Isn't it ironic, friends, that my Sunday suit is the same as the one I wear every day? Rias was shocked. This man had completely regenerated in a matter of seconds, and the only thing she cared about was her suit. Akeno. Excuse me, sir, but who are you? In a coquettish tone. Deadpool. My name is Deadpool, and my soulmate sent me to take care of his sister Rias Gremory. Rias. Wait, you say that you are my brother's friend and he sent you to take care of me? Deadpool. Of course we are like brothers. Deadpool saw Rias's body and then said, In fact, she told me that if something ever happened to her, I would take you as my wife and protect you. He said as he knelt at Rias's feet, well, although he only did it so I could see her underwear. Suddenly a magic circle appeared on the table in the room where a hologram of Surzek appeared. Surzek. Rias, the fallen angels have been very active lately, so I sent that idiot to protect you. By the way, Rias, if he tells you that we are friends, it's a lie, and knowing him, he will try to overstep your boundaries, so don't believe anything he tells you. Deadpool was stunned as he watched an angry Rias and an Akeno with a sinister smile. Rias. So marry me, huh? She said as she prepared another magic circle and pointed it at Deadpool. Chapter 2. The most dangerous perverted duo. Okay guys, it's me, Deadpool, again, and as you can see, I'm talking to you again to summarize what happened with Rias and Akeno. After I got into trouble with them, I did what almost every man in my situation does. I threw myself out the club window and ran as fast as I could until I reached Quirk Academy, which brings us to this moment where the narrator will take over. Deadpool was walking throughout the Quirk Academy until he found Issei stuck to an eye in a wooden circa. Deadpool. Hey pervert, what are you doing? He asked while standing behind him. It sounded very homosexual. Issei. Hey! I screamed like a girl. Deadpool. Triple A! My ears! He screamed. Issei. What are you doing here? I shouted at him. Deadpool. Well, I saw you next to the circa and I got curious. Issei. That is not a reasonable explanation. Besides, what I do in this circa is none of your business. Deadpool. Wait, my pervert senses are telling me there's a disturbance. Issei. What? Deadpool. What's behind the circa? I asked with great interest. Issei. Nothing important, I answer nervously. Deadpool. Don't lie to me, let me see, he said while throwing Issei. Deadpool crouched down and tried to see what was behind the fence through the opening. Deadpool. Oh my God, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, he shouted while a tear came out. Behind the circa was the kendo club changing clothes when suddenly a girl screamed. Girl. Pervert! She screamed, pointing to the ear in circa. Deadpool. Shit, time to run! He screamed and then ran away. Issei. Hey, wait a minute! He shouted. Deadpool. I'm sorry, pervert, but we've been discovered. Call me if you survive! He shouted as he walked away. Issei. Damn! He shouted, and later the kendo club arrived and gave him the beating of his life. In the underworld, we can see a Surzek sitting at his desk with his maid and wife Grafia by his side. Surzek. Grafia, could you tell me how the idiot is doing with his job of taking care of Rias? Grafia. Let's see that, Mr. Deadpool. Up until now you have made your sister angry. You have caused a riot at school and right now you are trying to urinate on a dog. Surzek. What? I knew he would do something like that. We should never have sent him to take care of Rias, he shouted angrily. Grafia. I'm actually surprised you've been so calm, she said calmly. Surzek. Well, let me know if it causes any problems. D. And I'm back with Deadpool. Deadpool was on the academy's roof waiting for Issei while eating a chimichanga. Deadpool. Damn, how long will it take? He asked himself boredly. Wait, I interrupt this scene to mention that if you think this FIC is shit, it's the author's fault, and not the protagonist's. Suddenly the door opens, showing an Issei with many bruises and his clothes showing claws. Deadpool. You pervert, took too long. Issei. Yeah! He said, pointing his finger at Deadpool. Deadpool. Yes, it's me. Issei. You bastard left me abandoned so that a whole club of girls could beat me up. He shouted angrily. Deadpool. Calm down, pervert, stop living in the past. Issei. AAA, damn, why did you call me? Deadpool. Well, pervert, I called you because I want to propose a deal. Issei. What kind of deal? I asked. Deadpool. In short, I'm bored, so I started talking to the voices in my head and I asked myself, hey Deadpool, there are many organizations that support all kinds of causes, why not invent your own organization? But I had no idea what kind of organization I wanted. First I was going to create one that would support fat people, but it seemed boring to me. Then I was going to make one that would gather people with powers and teach them how to use them for good, but I realized that would be a pirate version of the exams. So I decided to make an organization that supports perverts, and I decided that you would be my first member. Deadpool finished speaking and we can see an Issei with his jaw on the floor. Deadpool. So what do you say? Issei. I say you're crazy. But I love your idea. Deadpool. I know, bro, perverts together are invincible. Issei. It's time to show what we're made of. Deadpool. Now as a first activity we are going to spy in the girls' locker rooms. Issei. Yes, let's go. I shout happily. Issei. I don't know why I said no because it seemed like such a good idea, but I can tell this will be great. In the Underworld. Grafia was walking down a hallway until she reached her husband's office. Grafia. Sir, he asked me to inform you of Deadpool's movements. Surzek. Yes, tell me what you did. Grafia. I don't know if it's important, but Mr. Deadpool created an organization that supports perverts just a couple of hours ago. Surzek. I knew that idiot was going to do something. Grafia. And what do we do? Surzek. We won't do anything. That organization is too stupid to work, and they can make a couple of perverts. Oh, he insulted me. Now I'll show you what these perverts can do. Just wait for it. With Deadpool and Issei. Deadpool and Issei were in a dark room dressed in black suits in front of a screen with photos of all the students at the academy. Deadpool. Well, Issei, so far we have 2 potential team members who would be your 2 perverted friends, right? He spoke in a mysterious tone. Issei. Exactly, but there's a girl who might be inside. Deadpool. Interesting, a perverted girl. Issei. Yes, and maybe some other students from other academies might be interested. Deadpool. Then we'll take care of recruiting more people, for now, because we're not going to steal the girls' underwear at the academy. Issei. It's a good idea, let's go. After that they got up and walked away as the lights went out, only for a scream to be heard afterwards. Deadpool. AAA shit. I can't see anything. Issei. You have to turn on the lights and then turn them off after leaving. Deadpool. I agree. After that they walked away. Chapter 3. Operation Harem. Well guys, as you know, in the last chapter Issei and I put together an organization to support perverts, which led one thing to another, and that brings us to this moment. But it's better if the author tells it. Deadpool, after meeting with Issei, decided to go see if Rias and Seal had gotten over their anger. But when he couldn't find her, he decided to do what he does best. Deadpool. This chimichanga is delicious, I said while eating a chimichanga. Deadpool was so focused on his food that he didn't notice Issei entering a restaurant. Issei. Deadpool. Deadpool. You pervert, I didn't see you coming. Issei. What are you talking about? You called me. Deadpool. Or it's true. Issei. Well, now I want to tell you about my plan. Deadpool. Waiter, another chimichanga. What a plan! Issei. A harem! Deadpool. Issei is the best idea your low-level intelligence could have had. Issei. I know! Wait, what did you say about my intelligence? At the club. Rias. Akeno, have you already managed to locate Deadpool? Akeno. Not yet, Rias, but she shouldn't be long in appearing. Rias. Call all the members of the club anyway. Government building in Qua. Issei. Are you sure about this, Deadpool? Deadpool. But of course, when have I failed you? Issei. This morning you abandoned me with the girls from the Kendo club. Deadpool. It's not my fault that you like spying on girls who know how to fight. In the occult club. Rias. Well, I called them to give them notice that we will have a new ally and maybe a new member in the nobility. Kiba. Who are they? Rias. At this moment Akeno is locating them. Akeno. Rias. I've already found them. They're together. Rias. I didn't expect those two to meet. She thought. Akeno. You won't believe where they are. Kiba. What do you mean? Akeno took out a tablet where she tuned into the news. Government building. Reporter. We are in the Quirk government building where two men have taken over the facilities. We do not know the reasons for this, and the only thing we know is that one of the men is wearing a red and black suit that looks incredible, and the other is called Issei. Here is an officer who will give us more information. Officer. The only thing we know so far is that the two men entered disguised as women and later revealed that they wanted to take over the facilities, and although the officers fought, they could not stop them. Reporter. Wait, it seems that the two guys are making an announcement. Deadpool. We demand respect for perverts and that chimichangas be reduced in price. Issei. We also demand that every man in the world has the right to have a harem. They both shouted while holding a flag with Deadpool's face on it. Reporter. Well, now you know their demands, we will keep you informed. Back at the club. Rias and everyone present were open-mouthed. Kiba. President, tell me that those two are not our new members and allies. Kaneko. I don't like perverts. Rias. I'm sorry to say, that's them. Akeno. I suspected Deadpool was dangerous, but I never thought that about Issei. Kaneko. Both are perverts. Rias. I always knew Deadpool was capable of anything, but I didn't think Issei was capable of doing something like that, despite being a pervert. Kiba. And what are we going to do now? Rias. Nothing, we'll just let things flow. In the Underworld. Grafia was heading back to her husband's office again. Grafia. Surzek remembers when he said that Deadpool and his new organization wouldn't cause any problems and that we didn't have to worry. Surzek. Yes, and what about that? Grafia. You must see this, she said as she took out a tablet and showed the video already seen by the club to Surzek. Surzek. What the hell? Call Rias immediately. Ha! Take that, Surzek, you shouldn't have taken perverts lightly. At the club. Rias heard the phone ring and answered. Rias, good. Surzek. Rias, you have to control your new ally. Rias. Why are you telling me that if you were the one who hired him to protect me? Surzek. I have a certain amount of guilt, but please you have to do something. Rias. I'll try, but I don't promise anything. With Issei and Deadpool. Issei and Deadpool, after causing all that commotion, managed to escape from the police and were now at the entrance of the academy. Issei. Do you think they will discover us or denounce us? Deadpool. I don't think there are many Issei in Qua, and even if the academy knows it's you, they won't report you because it would ruin their prestige. Issei. It's okay. With Issei. Issei was heading home when he ran into a beautiful girl. Girl, excuse me. Issei. Who? Me? Girl. Yes, my name is Yuma and I saw you pass by this road and I fell in love with you and I want us to be a couple. Issei couldn't believe what was happening to him, and because of that he fainted. After waking up he agreed to go on a date with Yuma. The next day. Deadpool. Ha ha ha, seriously, a girl invited a pervert like you on a date. he said while eating a chimichanga. Issei. I'm serious. Deadpool. Well, to believe you, I have to see it for myself. See you on Sunday. Deadpool started walking towards the occult club. Deadpool. I haven't seen Rias more than once. The best thing would be to go to the club. Chapter 4. Deadpool vs. Gremory. Hey, here it is, Deadpool in a new chapter full of madness, and I'm tired of talking. I better start the chapter. We find ourselves in the occult club where we can see a naked Rias coming out of the bathroom, and a blushing Akeno carrying some folders. Rias. Akeno, did you find the information I asked you about Issei and Deadpool? Akeno. Yes, and I didn't find anything interesting about Issei other than what they say at the academy, that he's a pervert and currently a friend of Deadpool. Rias. And what can you tell me about Deadpool? Akeno. She has a very interesting history. Rias, show me. Akeno. Wade Wilson aka Deadpool. A human who was originally part of a Special Forces squad. Rias. What kind of squadron? Akeno. Classified. After that, a few years later he was part of a group of street mercenaries where he found a girlfriend with whom he planned to marry, but before that happened he was diagnosed with terminal cancer. Rias. How did he survive and what happened to his girlfriend? Akeno. I don't know anything about his girlfriend, Pedro, about how he survived. It is said that he entered a program where they promised to cure him. Rias. And I guess it worked. He said as he finished drying himself off and putting on clothes. Akeno. Well, yes, but. Rias. But? Akeno. The group turned out to be an organization whose goal was to create weapons. Deadpool discovered it, escaped, and killed all its members. Rias. Hey, later? Akeno. His regenerative factor keeps him alive, but his face was disfigured and his cancer did not disappear. Rias. As you said, they cured him. Akeno. No, her regenerative factor causes cancer to remain under control, which causes it to constantly evolve as well as causing mental problems. Rias. Well, I think I understand his story. Tell me about his powers. Akeno. Well, immunity to mind control, regenerative factor that is beyond the Phoenix clan, superhuman strength, superhuman resistance, and is an expert in everything related to combat from strategy to hand-to-hand combat. Rias. Anything else? Akeno. Your brother said that's all the information he can give you. Rias. Well, thank my brother. Akeno. Okay, she said as she walked out. Deadpool. It's bad to investigate your allies, he said as he left the riverbank wearing a pink robe. Rias. AAA. How did you get in? What are you doing in my bathroom and why are you wearing my robe? Deadpool. I came in through the window. I was taking a bath and I used your robe because I thought it would look cool on me. Rias. And what are you doing here? Deadpool. I'm bored, he said as he put a telescope on the window and started spying on the girls at the kendo club. Rias. And what do I care about that? Deadpool. I don't know. According to me, Sirzek told me to protect you or something like that. Hey, girls today develop too fast, he said while looking out the window and then looking at her. Rias. Deadpool, stop playing and go do something useful. Deadpool. Oh, you didn't send me to do anything. Rias. Well, in the afternoon we will test your skills. Now go. Deadpool. Okay, just wait, he said while spying through the telescope. Time skip. We find ourselves in the occult club where we can see all of Rias's nobility sitting in an armchair, and a bored Deadpool trying to take a candy from a white-haired girl. Deadpool. Come on, Kaneko, just give me one. Kaneko. No, she said in a cold and sharp voice as she took the candy away from Deadpool. Rias. Okay guys, today I'm going to introduce you to Deadpool. Kiba. And who is Deadpool? Rias. He's the boy who's fighting with Kaneko. Deadpool. I'll give you my katana sword if you give me one. Kaneko. No. Long. Rias. Anyway, I called you because today we are going to test Deadpool's abilities and for that you will face him in one-on-one combat. Akeno. Where? Rias. In the forest that is nearby now, follow me. In the forest. We find ourselves in a forest where Deadpool tries to catch Kaneko so that she gives him candy. Deadpool. Kaneko, please, just one, he said as he ran after her. Kaneko. You crazy guy, she said as she ran. Rias. Well, the fights will be one-on-one. If one falls, another will replace him, and so on. Deadpool, leave Kaneko alone and come. Kiba, you will be the first. Deadpool stopped chasing Kaneko and positioned himself in front of the Kiba. Deadpool. Come on, pretty boy, I'm going to break your face and then. He couldn't finish because Kiba summoned his sword and attacked him, slashing him in the back, causing Deadpool to fall. Kiba. This is over, he said as he walked away from Deadpool's body. He didn't notice Deadpool recover and then get up and stealthily position himself behind him. Deadpool. Go to sleep, pretty boy, he shouted while hitting him with a frying pan that he obtained thanks to the magic of literature and the author. Rias. Akeno, take care of Kiba and you Kaneko go in to fight. Kaneko stood in front of Deadpool, who was celebrating and praising an author. Wall cloth to disprove that he was praising the author. Deadpool. I'll do it quickly. Kaneko was going to throw herself at Deadpool, but she disappeared from her spot. Kaneko. Where is it? Deadpool. Behind you. Go to sleep, he shouted while hitting her in the head with the frying pan. Yes, I know that hitting a woman is not good, but to be honest, I was never a gentleman. Besides, it would be very discriminatory to hit Kiba with the frying pan, not Kaneko, because she's a pretty girl. Anyway, let's continue. Rias. You go, Akeno. Akeno. Era Deadpool wants to suffer. Deadpool. Could you stop laughing? You sound like a kidnapper or a torturer. Akeno. Is Deadpool afraid? Deadpool. No, actually. Rias, it's rare that I get excited about her. Akeno. What? Deadpool took advantage of Akeno's distraction to throw the frying pan at her and hit her in the head. Rias. Now I understand that all his power comes from the frying pan. Rias. I guess I'll be next, he said to take position in front of Deadpool. Suddenly an alarm sounded. Deadpool. I won. Rias. I'm telling you what. She couldn't finish her sentence because she fainted. Deadpool. You shouldn't have had the tea. Well, anyway, I guess it's time to go, he said as he left a note and started walking towards the city. Chapter 5. The City of Issei. Deadpool Online, and as some being in the universe says, new chapter, new beginning, or some nonsense, and just like that the madness begins. We find ourselves at Issei's meeting where in the distance we can see Deadpool spying with his distant scope. Deadpool. Idiot! She's showing you her breasts. It means she wants to seduce you. Deadpool was talking to Issei through a microphone. With Issei. Yuma went to the bathroom, leaving Issei alone. As soon as Yuma left, he took out a radio. Issei. Here is a horny pervert talking to a mercenary dressed as Santa Claus. Over. With Deadpool. Deadpool. Here is a mercenary dressed as Santa Claus. What is your doubt, horny pervert? Over. With Issei. Issei. Horny pervert. Wondering what comes after lunch? Over. With Deadpool. Deadpool. Mercenary dressed as Santa Claus. After lunch, go to the fountain to mentally prepare it, then the hotel, and goodbye virginity. Over and out. With Issei. Yuma returned from the bathroom and Issei hid the radio. Issei. Yuma. Yuma. I'm sorry. Issei. Would you like to go to the fountain? Yuma. Of course, Issei. And from there they set off towards the fountain with the Deadpool following them from afar. At the fountain, Yuma and Issei talked for a while until Yuma approached Issei and asked him something. Yuma. Issei. Issei. I'm Yuma. Yuma. Can I ask you something? Issei. Sure, Yuma, whatever. Yuma approached Issei's ear and spoke. Yuma. You will die for me, he asked with an evil voice. Issei. Wait. I didn't ask about that. Wait a minute. Issei took out the radio and started talking. Issei, here you are, a horny pervert dressed as Santa Claus. What should I do if she asks me if I would die for her? Over? With Deadpool. Deadpool, here you are, a mercenary dressed as Santa Claus. If she asks you that, it means that she is crazy and wants to kill you, so your two options are to answer yes like a man or run like a hitch and look like a coward. With Issei. Issei. Understood. Over and out. Issei turned around and looked Yuma in the eyes. Issei. Yuma, regarding your question, I would like to answer that I would die for you and kill just the same. Yuma, how cute, he said with a blush. Issei. But since I don't want to lie to you, I'll do something better. Yuma. And what are you doing? Issei. This. He shouted and then ran away. Yuma became enraged and changed his appearance to a more mature one, as well as spreading a pair of black wings and taking flight after Issei. Issei ran and ran until he reached Deadpool. Issei. Brother, she's all yours. Deadpool. What? He asked, and then was pierced by a spear of light. Yuma, Raynare, continued flying while throwing spears of light at Issei, who managed to narrowly dodge until one hit him. Yuma, Raynare. End of the road, Issei, he said while preparing another spear of light. Deadpool. Not so fast, Hitch, shouted an already regenerated Deadpool. Raynare. Interesting. How did you survive? Deadpool. I survived because I'm the bucking master. And now I'll show you what I'm capable of, Hitch. He shouted to take out his guns and shoot Raynare, seriously injuring her and causing her to escape through a magic circle. Deadpool. Shit! He escaped. Anyway, Issei. Deadpool approached Issei and carried him on his shoulder. Issei. What happened, Deadpool? Asked an almost unconscious Issei. Deadpool. You got beat up. See? That's why I told you not to look at her breasts. Women have a sense of perversion, and if they don't like you, this can happen. Issei. I've never been attacked by a hexy girl with wings. Deadpool. It doesn't matter. Anyway, if you die, don't worry. I'll take you to Rias so she can revive you. By the way, can I keep her if I see her again? And so Deadpool continued walking and talking to an almost dead Issei while he carried him towards the occult club. Chapter 6. Scolding and Nobility. Deadpool online, trying to say something interesting. It doesn't work. Better start the chapter. We find ourselves in the occult club where we can see a Deadpool drawing on Issei's face and a Rias Gremory trying to scold him. Laughter. Deadpool! Stop drawing on Issei's face and look at me! He shouted angrily. Deadpool. Okay, he replied as he left Issei painted as a clown with the phrase, "Professional pervert," painted on his head. Rias. Now tell me how it occurred to you to bring Issei to the club. Deadpool. I don't know. In my mind it sounded like demon, and it was related to death. Rias. We'll talk later. Now the only thing that can save him is turning Issei into a demon. Deadpool. Issei is already a demon. Rias. What? Deadpool. He is the demon of perversion and bad luck with girls. Rias. That's enough, Deadpool. I'll take it from here on out. Tomorrow your first mission is to capture or eliminate the fallen angel who did this. Deadpool. Okay, Rias. Or before I leave, tell Surzek to deposit my payment, he shouted as he jumped out the window. Time skip. Unknown location. We find ourselves in an unknown location where we can see hundreds of people dressed in black robes talking to each other while waiting for something to happen. Brothers! An unknown man shouted. They all looked at the same place. The black-winged angels have given me a great revelation. Very soon they will take control of an extremely powerful artifact that will bring great profits for us, the faithful. Everyone started shouting and praising the man who was speaking. Suddenly, almost in slow motion, a katana could be seen piercing the man's chest. Deadpool. Let's keep silent for the death of the leader, he said while taking his katana. Everyone was surprised and how sudden. Subject. He killed the leader, attack! He shouted, and seconds later everyone would take out swords and firearms. Deadpool. I'm sorry for the fuss I made. But I think it's time to go, he shouted as he ran away. Occult Club. We can see a Rias Gremory sitting at her desk with glasses reviewing some documents. Rias. It's almost daylight and I don't have a plan to get rid of him. I hope having the red dragon Issei helps me, she thought while she didn't notice someone coming in through her window. Deadpool. Bala Rias. You look even more beautiful with those glasses. Rias. Deadpool. What did you find out? Deadpool. I had to kill a cult leader and flee from 100 crazy assassins. But I managed to find out that the fallen angel who killed Issei is called Raynare and is a low-ranking fallen angel. Rias. Then we have nothing to worry about. Deadpool. And also that she's a beautiful and sensual angel. She tries to take a sacred artifact from a nun to gain more power and rise in rank. Rias. Deadpool, why didn't you tell me from the beginning? From now on we'll have to be very careful. Deadpool. Whatever Rias, see you, and by the way, I'll use the floor below for the meetings of my secret organization that I have. Rias. Deadpool. I ordered you to disintegrate that organization. Deadpool. Forget it, Rias, the perverts must be united, he shouted as he threw himself out the window. Rias. Deadpool. Get out that door. I've had to change that window 10 times already. Deadpool. Never. Nobody stops Deadpool the bucking master, he shouted as he ran into the street. Issei's house. Morning. Issei woke up in great pain and with a lump next to him. Issei. Maybe Yuma fell silent and finally stopped being a virgin, he thought pervertedly. Issei pulled the blanket off the bundle to find a naked Deadpool except for his snoring mask. Issei. Hey! The door bursts open, revealing Issei's mother. Mom. Issei, what's wrong? She asked seconds later to see the scene. Mom/Issei. Hey! Deadpool woke up. Deadpool. Hey, Issei raped me! Uncontrolled scream. Issei's mother came out of the room and yelled at her husband. Mom. My life, Issei is gay and he raped a man with a red mask. Issei. Deadpool, what are you doing here naked? Deadpool. I'm poor and... Smoke bomb! He shouted to throw a smoke bomb. Issei. Deadpool, don't run away! Chapter 7. Organization and Revelation. Deadpool in tune with the fanfic universe after a long, but very long time. But anyway, let's start this chapter. We meet Issei at Quirk Academy, where we can see all the men moving out of his way while muttering under their breaths. Man 1. We have to get away from him, he's too dangerous. Man 2. I thought it was just for girls. Man 1. The girls are safe. Man 3. Rumor has it that the biggest pervert in school is gay. Man 4. I heard that he raped a man in a red suit. Man 5. We better not mess with him, or the same thing could happen to us. Issei. What are you guys talking about? Issei asked. Men. Nothing important, Mr. Issei. They shouted, and then all the men ran away. Issei. It's going to be a long day, he said with a sigh. With Deadpool. We find ourselves in one of the many rooms of the occult club, where we can see a Deadpool with a black robe and a gold necklace in the shape of a circle with a huge diamond in the center of it, surrounded by many people dressed in the same way except for the necklace and a hood that covers their faces. Deadpool. Brothers, we are in this meeting to discuss any questions and matters related to the organization, said Deadpool in a preacher's voice. 3. My first question is how many members we have so far, asked a male member. Deadpool. Right now there are 7 of us, and as you can see we are all here. Second question. 2. My question is how will we classify the levels of power in the organization? Deadpool. By numbers. Depending on the power and time he has been in the organization, and of course I am number 1 inch. 3. Wait, you're one of the first, but you're not the strongest. Why are you number 1? A man asked angrily. Deadpool. Because I'm the bucking boss and founder of the organization, so shut up, number 3, or I'll drop you to 7. Number 3 remained silent without saying anything. 4. My question is, what is the name of the organization? A female voice asked. Deadpool. The name will be Perverts United Against the World, or Pearsome for short. 6. That sounds very stupid, said a man. Deadpool. Your name sounds like an idiot, number 6. So shut up or I'll lower you to number 7. 7. I'm sorry, leader, but I agree with you, supported another man. Deadpool. Shut up, 7, or I'll make sure you stay in the lowest position forever. 7? I'm already at the lowest position. Deadpool. Or true then. Just shut up. Last question. 5. I want to know who the members are, said another man. Deadpool. Only I will know the names. If you want to know, find out the 5. How will we do that? Deadpool. All members have the Deadpool symbol on some accessory or drawn somewhere on their body. And to make this more interesting, I'll give the winner $1 million, he shouted while taking out a briefcase full of money. Everyone was surprised except one. 2. I don't care about the money. But I want to win, so I hope you guys get ready because I'm going to be the first to find out. Deadpool. All right. End of meeting. Get ready and get out of here before Risa finds out and gives me a sermon. Everyone left except for 2 people. Issei. Deadpool, could you tell me why I'm number 3? Deadpool. It's because number 2 is more powerful than you. Issei. Well, tell me who it is. Deadpool. Forget it. I'm not going to help you in the game. Issei. Deadpool, you owe me because of you. Everyone at the academy thinks I'm gay and a rapist. Deadpool. Look on the bright side. Issei. What the hell is this good side, bastard? Deadpool. Men fear you and women ignore you. Issei. What's so good about girls ignoring me? Deadpool. When they find out you're spying on them, they'll think it's to hide the fact that you're gay and they won't beat you in the face. Issei. Damn. Deadpool. I forgot to tell you that Rias Gremory is a demon Yuma, a fallen angel who killed you and caused Rias to reincarnate you, so now you are a demon. Issei. What? Deadpool. What you heard. Well, I'm hungry, I'm going to eat. See you later. Deadpool threw himself out the window. Issei. Wait, Deadpool! He shouted at a Deadpool who was running through the club's courtyard. Deadpool. There's no time, the chimichanga stand is going to close down. Tell Rias to change the broken window, he shouted as he disappeared into the horizon. Issei stood at the window doing nothing with his gaze lost. Issei. Now I confirm it. Deadpool is crazy, he thought while trying to assimilate what Deadpool told him. Chapter 8. Rain vs. Deadpool. The bucking boss returns from anonymity. Bucket, I won't say this nerdy thing, let's start the chapter. We find ourselves in an abandoned church where we can see a fallen angel with black wings in front of a cross, where we can see a blonde-haired girl dressed as a nun tied to the cross. Raynare. My dear Asia, you have suffered so much, but don't worry, I will soon end your pain. She spoke in an evil voice. Asia. Why are you doing this to me? She asked in fear. Raynare. Don't blame me. Blame God for putting such a powerful sacred artifact inside you. Palm. Suddenly something could be heard passing through the ceiling of the room. Raynare. But what? She asked herself as she watched Deadpool emerge from the rubble. Deadpool. Okay. Mental note. Improve your landing and next time go undercover instead of jumping out of a plane. Raynare. Who are you? Deadpool. The bucking master, censor of madness, Batman and protector of the perversion of the world. I am Deadpool. Raynare. Who? Deadpool. A mercenary, and by order of Rias Gremory you are sentenced to death, he said as he took out his pistols and started shooting at Raynare. Raynare. Who is this guy? She wondered as she dodged all the bullets headed her way. Deadpool. Buck you hitch! He yelled as he pulled out a controller with a red button and pressed it. Pum. A huge explanation was heard that shook the church and caused it to collapse. Raynare. You're crazy, you'll die too and you'll take the nun with you. Deadpool. Yes, I am. He screamed as a huge cloth fell on him. Raynare. Ay! She screamed as she made a barrier and approached Deadpool. Raynare. You ruined my plans, but I'm going to enjoy your death, she told him as she began to walk away. Deadpool. We'll see each other again, cutie, he screamed as he was buried in rubble along with the nun. Time skip. We now find ourselves in a church in ruins where we can see a Rias Gremory emerging from a magic circle. Rias. How many problems just for sending Deadpool to fulfill that mission, she said to herself as she began to search for Deadpool only to find a blonde girl tied to a cross. Rias. Interesting, she thought as she began to search for Deadpool, finding him under a rock. Rias. Deadpool, what the hell did you do? Deadpool. An explanation that eliminated everyone within a mile radius. No big deal. Rias. We'll pay later. Now who's the girl? Deadpool. I think her name was Asia. She has a sacred artifact that heals any wound regardless of species. Rias. I wouldn't usually do this, but this is too good to pass up, she said as she pulled out a bishop piece. Deadpool. Rias helps. Rias. You asked for it, I'll wait for you at the club, she said as she walked away in a magic circle with an unconscious Asia. Deadpool. Rias, wait! Don't leave me! He screamed while trying to get out of the stone. Chapter 9. Relatives. Here is Deadpool in a new chapter coming out of the crazy mind of an uninspired author, and without further ado the bucking chimichangas begin. We find ourselves in the occult club where we can see the entire Rias Gremory clan gathered together. Rias. Okay guys, get ready. Today we're going to get some familiars. Akeno. And Sona has no problem. I heard that she was also thinking of doing the same. Rias. Our ally is already taking care of it. With a smile. With Deadpool. Deadpool. So Sona. If you let us get familiars first, I promise to make Issei not spy on girls for a week. Sona. Let it be a month. Deadpool. 1 week and a favor from the clan plus the promise not to film you when you bathe. Sona. Are you spying on me when I take a bath? Angry and blushing. Deadpool. Of course you wouldn't feel my presence instantly. That's why I leave a hidden camera. Sona. I'll leave my place and you'll delete the videos. Deadpool. Kick it! He shouted to take Sona's hand and seal the deal. Deadpool. I'm a fool, I have many copies, he thought as he walked away. Forest of relatives. Deadpool. So Demon Guide. He says I can have almost any creature I imagine. Guide, yes. Deadpool. Author, I beg you to bring a girl as crazy as me into the story and make her my family. I scream on my knees. Your wish has been heard. A voice was heard out of nowhere. Issei. President, are you sure Deadpool doesn't have investigative powers? Rias. Sure. Why do you say that? Issei. Whenever he shouts something about an author, strange things happen. Rias. What do you mean? Harley Quinn is home, shouted a girl who sent Deadpool flying with a bat. Deadpool. And Deadpool is leaving home, he shouted into the distance in the sky. Everyone was surprised and on guard. Quinn. Hi, my name is Harley Quinn and I'm an immortal human. Issei. Sir, I want her as a familiar, he shouted excitedly with a perverted face. After that, the last thing Issei could see before falling unconscious was a Deadpool running towards him. Deadpool. Shut up, pervert! He shouted while giving a flying kick that knocked out Issei. Asia. Issei! Deadpool. Now familiar guide, forget what the pervert said and make her my familiar. Quinn. Hey! Guide. I'm sorry I can't, the unconscious boy asked for it first. Quinn. I have no opinion? Deadpool. No! Deadpool takes out one of his katanas and puts it on the guide's neck. Deadpool. Now what do you say? Guide. I just forgot who asked for the girl, so you can have her. Deadpool. God bless the chimichangas. Quinn. Nah. I guess it's more fun to be with him than the pervert. After that, the Gremory clan went through the entire family forest until they managed to capture a dragon for Asia. Back at the club. Deadpool. It was a good day. Issei. Damn traitor, you stole my familiar. Crying. Deadpool. According to my memories, you fell asleep. Issei. You made me unconscious. Rias. We still managed to get 2 family members, so we should be happy. Deadpool. Of course. It's not like that, Quinn. Quinn, yes. Everyone started celebrating except for a girl who entered the shower with Akeno following her. Akeno. The date is approaching. Rias. That's right. Issei isn't strong enough. Akeno. Deadpool couldn't do something. Rias. Deadpool is not part of my clan and is just a mercenary hired to protect me. Deadpool. Then you just have to make that guy, as Surzek said his name was whatever, threaten you so that he becomes a threat and you can eliminate him. Rias. When did you find out? Deadpool. With the power of editing. Rias. Well, even if he were a threat to the clan, it's not certain that you can eliminate him. Deadpool. I've finished the Marvel Universe, what can he do against me? Rias. Ha, if you manage to eliminate it, I will grant you any wish you ask for. Deadpool. Now that's a deal. He yelled as he broke the window and jumped. Rias. Deadpool. Deadpool. I'll take care of it, Rias. He shouted while running. Deadpool. Maybe I'll ask to be able to fly, I'm already tired of running. He thought while running. Chapter 10. Suicide Mission. Deadpool in a new chapter. Accompanied by his beautiful partner Harley Quinn. Wait. How did you get into my opening monologue? The author put me here. We need to discuss the terms of this relationship. In the meantime, let the chapter begin. We find ourselves in one of Deadpool's many bases where we can see him preparing for war. Deadpool. I'm ready! He shouted as he tied a headband around his head and put on a backpack. Quinn. Me too! A blonde girl shouted happily. Deadpool. Hey! When did you get here? Quinn. Just a second ago. And by the way, what are we ready for? Deadpool. We are ready to negotiate with danger, travel to the home of evil, steal Surzek before we leave, and last but not least rescue Rias from a marriage that will benefit the Underworld, but due to fate and the author I have to break it. So are you ready? Quinn. Yeah. Or wait, I have to get a gun first. And then she grabs a couple of pistols and her bat. Now I'm ready. Deadpool. Then let's go. I shout for the two to start walking towards the exit. Underworld. At this moment we can see a Deadpool and a Harley Quinn falling in the air while a flying train exploded behind them. Quinn. Deadpool, it was necessary to blow up the train, she asked him as she fell to her feet on the floor. Deadpool. Of course I do. There can't be a rescue motion without something exploding. Quinn. Okay. Now where do we go? Deadpool. To the Phoenix Castle. Taxi. He shouted, and out of nowhere a taxi appeared in front of them. Get in. Phoenix Castle. We can see how a taxi stops in front of the castle, and from there Deadpool and his companion get out. Deadpool. Thank you, sir. Driver. You're welcome. Deadpool and Quinn started walking to the castle. Deadpool. Wait. Quinn. What? Deadpool. I forgot something. He replied to take a control out of his bag that seconds later he was ready to press. Boom! The explosion of a taxi was heard. Quinn. Stop blowing things up! She yelled angrily. Deadpool. Never! He screamed as he ran towards the castle. Inside. We can see a somewhat mature blonde man going through papers. This was none other than the average Rias father. Man, this marriage will bring us many benefits, he thought. Suddenly the door explodes and a man in a red suit and a woman in very revealing clothing can be seen emerging from the smoke. Deadpool. We've come to negotiate. Man, fine. Deadpool. Then we'll have to do it by force. Wake, he said yes. Man. Of course we negotiate. Deadpool. Quinn, if we were going to negotiate, why did we bring all these weapons? Quinn. I don't know. But I think I'll go steal something. Deadpool. Good idea. Try to take what looks more expensive. After that talk, Deadpool and the man were left alone. Deadpool. Welcome, I've come to negotiate about Rias Gremory's marriage. Man. And what do you want? Deadpool. Cancel it. Man. I can't do that. But I propose that you defeat my son in a battle in a week. I will break the engagement and also give you my daughter in marriage. Deadpool. I suspect he does this because he knows I'm going to lose. Man. How can you believe that? I wouldn't be able to do it. The man replied while dying of laughter inside. Deadpool. I accept. But I want to be able to use all the weapons I want. Man, okay, he said to take her hand. Deadpool left the castle with Harley Quinn. Quinn, well? Deadpool. Boy, go fight an idiot. Quinn. Great! Deadpool. Okay, let's go. But first. With Surzek. Surzek was enjoying a well-deserved nap when suddenly he heard the sound of something heading that way. Palm! I blow up the room. When the smoke cleared, only destruction and a burned Surzek could be found. Surzek. What the hell was that? Suddenly the smoke cleared and revealed a drawing of Deadpool on a stone that said, Pay me! Deadpool! Elsewhere. Deadpool. That will teach him to pay me on time. Okay, let's go, Quinn, he said and started walking. Chapter 11. Training. After an eternity, Deadpool returns for a new, technical glitches. We find ourselves in the occult club where we can see a furious Rias trying to scold Deadpool. Rias. You put my destiny in a battle and yet you still want my brother to pay you. Deadpool. I'm sorry, Rias, but I can't refuse the offer of having a wife who is the heir of a clan. Imagine. If I win, I won't have to work again. Rias. If you're going to fight, we'll have to train you. I'll see you at the club tomorrow. Time skip. With Rias. Rias. Where is that idiot? With Deadpool. We can see a Deadpool in front of a television playing with a console. Deadpool. In your faces! Damn rat kids! He yelled into a microphone. Suddenly a magic circle appears behind him from which an extremely furious Rias emerges. Deadpool. Hello, Rias, he said happily. Rias. Is everything a game to you? My destiny is in your hands and you prefer to play video games? She shouted angrily. Deadpool. Hey, don't blame me. Blame your parents for this. Besides, he's an immortal demon and I'm just a man with weapons that I can do. What's going to happen has to happen. Rias was furious. He was just sitting there doing nothing. Being the one who got her into this, what could she do? Rias. If you defeat Rias, I'll pay you whatever you want. Deadpool. Safe. Rias. Yes. Deadpool. Well, looks like it's time to train. And so you creatures of nature don't get bored, we'll skip straight to the end with the magic of editing. End of training. We can see a Deadpool with several burns and cuts that were slowly healing. His training consisted of the entire Gremory clan attacking him with all their power. He had managed to improve his sword and martial arts skills thanks to Kiba and Kaneko, as well as improving his regeneration thanks to the attacks of Rias and Akeno, and last but not least he learned to undress girls with his gaze without them noticing. Yes, it was a great training. Rias. Well, Deadpool, we've worked hard, so do you have a plan? To beat Rias? Deadpool. I have it, and it's amazing. Akeno. And what's the plan? Deadpool put on a very serious face. Deadpool. Run into the buckers without fear. He shouted to start running. Asia. Is that a plan? Issei. I doubt it. Kiba. We tell him that to get to the Underworld he needs a magic circle. Rias. Kaneko, go get him. Issei. Are you sure about this, President? Rias. No, but there's no time left. I hope I'm not wrong. Chapter 12. Immortal vs. Immortal. Deadpool in a new episode to kick the transmission interrupted. We find ourselves in the Underworld where we can see Deadpool walking down a dark hallway lit only by a light at the end of it. Deadpool. Wait. Deadpool suddenly stopped. I feel like I've been walking for hours. Advice: if you ever fight, make sure it's not in a coliseum. Deadpool began to run to the end of the tunnel, revealing a huge coliseum-style fighting arena where several families could be seen sitting while placing bets. Announcer. We're gathered together to watch one of the most epic fights in the Underworld. On one side we have the chimichanga-eating, big-mouthed mercenary, according to what this paper says, the bucking master Deadpool. From the tunnel came out a Deadpool who, as soon as he came out, began to boast. Deadpool. Thank you, I deserve it. In the stands. Kiba. President, this seems more like a show than a fight. Rias. I don't see why you say that. Suddenly an Issei arrived with several boxes of popcorn and sat down as if he was going to watch a movie. Issei. The show has begun. In the arena. Presenter. On the other side we have the heir of the Phoenix House, Daddy's favorite and aspiring to be guy. Wait, who's writing this nonsense? The presenter skipped all the presentation sheets until he reached the end where there was a drawing of Deadpool that said, Presentation writer Deadpool. Deadpool. Well, let the chimichangas be ready, he said as he pulled out a katana and a gun and shot Rias in the knees and then ran and stabbed Rias in the chest with the sword. In your face, idiot. Rias punched Deadpool, sending him flying and then regenerating. Rias. I'll kill you, damn it! He shouted angrily while sending a huge fireball at Deadpool. Deadpool. We can both play that game, he said, and then took out a rocket which he fired, causing it to collide with the fireball, making it explode. Deadpool. By the power of fanfic, I summoned the bucking hammer of Thor. Out of nowhere a hammer comes out of a portal and heads towards Deadpool. Deadpool was about to grab the hammer when he saw that he couldn't lift it. Deadpool. Of course, he had to be worthy. Out of nowhere a strange portal opened from where a handsome man with blonde hair and very angry came out. Thor. Who took my hammer? Deadpool. It was him, he said, pointing at Rias. Rias. Wait, what? Thor. Take this, thief, he said as he threw his hammer wrapped in lightning, causing it to hit Rias' face. Thor. Next time I'll send you to the realm of the god of death. Rias lay still on the ground as Deadpool stepped forward to poke him in the face with a twig. Deadpool. Are you still alive? I asked while moving him. Or does it seem that any god's attack works on demons? Deadpool put his foot on Rias' face while getting into a heroic pose. Presenter. The winner of this battle is Deadpool, he said without enthusiasm. In the stands. Issei. I didn't expect this. Kiba. Who was the handsome guy? Rias. Okay. I think we won. With a drop of sweat on his forehead. Meanwhile, elsewhere we can see Rias' father crying and a very angry wife for compromising her daughter. And the daughter, let's say she's in a phase. Ravel. I'm going to get married, he said with a big smile. And at the Sona VIP. Quinn. That idiot is really lucky, she said while taking a sip from a glass. Chapter 13. End of season. Deadpool in the season finale with the doubt of what they have prepared for me. Well, let's find out this. We find ourselves in the Underworld where we can see Deadpool being congratulated and praised by many demons. Deadpool. Thank you, I know I'm amazing. Issei. I don't think you're giving too much credit to the president. Rias. Wait a minute. A few seconds later a blonde-haired girl arrived and approached Deadpool. Ravel, hello? Deadpool. Hello, who are you, little girl? Ravel. I am Ravel and I am your wife. Deadpool. Wait, what? Ravel. The deal was that if you beat my brother you would marry me. Deadpool. Yes, but I imagined it would be a super hexy woman, not a little girl. Ravel. You have no choice, guards, prepare yourselves and him for the wedding. At that moment a few guards surrounded Deadpool. Kiba. Is this what the president meant? Quinn. How cute! Deadpool is getting married. The guards were about to catch Deadpool when suddenly. Deadpool. Never! Deadpool is free as the wind! He shouted as he punched a guard and jumped off a balcony. Revel. You won't be able to escape! Deadpool. Nobody compromises Deadpool! Revel. I will find you and you will not be able to change your destiny. Deadpool continued to run as he tried to escape from an army of guards. Deadpool. If you liked the episode, don't forget to vote and remember to follow me in my second season. Now, if you allow me, I have to continue escaping from marriage.
Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.